In the following presentation, I will give you a crash course on how to identify poetic devices within poetry. First off, we can say that poetry is a medium for creative expression and communication. The reader's understanding is immeasurably increased if he or she is familiar with the many techniques or devices of poetry that can be used. One of the most common is rhyme. Rhyme is a pattern of words that have the same sound. For example, cake, make, rake, fake, and bake. Similes are comparisons of two unlike things using like or as. For example, he eats like a pig, meaning he's a messy eater, or his skin is as smooth as silk, referring to how soft his skin feels. Metaphors, not to be confused with similes, are also comparisons, but do not use like or as. For example, her love is poison. Here the person is equating love and poison. This is depicting how toxic, dangerous, or negative this person's love is. Personification is a bit more complex than the others we have just reviewed. It takes inanimate objects or things that are not alive and gives them human characteristics. For example, the volcano sneezed, the clouds cried. Volcanoes cannot sneeze, nor do clouds cry. Humans do. Crying and sneezing are human characteristics. However, they're trying to make these objects seem as they are human and animate them. Onomatopoeia is a word that imitates the sounds they represent. For example, zip, buzz, splash, zoom. All these words are spelled exactly as they sound. Hyperboles are exaggerations or overstatements. For example, I'd give all my money for a pack of Oreo cookies. I don't necessarily mean that I would do that, but I'm trying to emphasize how badly I want some Oreos. The next three slides highlight poetic devices that create sound. All three are very easily confused because they're somewhat similar, but create certain sounds in different places. The first is alliteration. Alliteration is a repetition of initial or first consonant sounds in a word. It is recognized by sound, not spelling. For example, Sally sold shiny seashells at the seashore. Notice the repeating S's at the beginning of each word. This creates a S sound throughout those word groups. However, the word shiny is not included in the S word group since the sound is sh at the beginning, not S like the others. Assonance is the same concept of creating sounds but with vowels, not consonant letters. For example, fleet feet sweep by sleeping geeks. The long E vowel sound is repeated throughout several words consecutively. The way you can remember the difference is that the word assonance begins with a vowel, as does the sounds it is associated with. Lastly, consonants also create sounds within poetry. However, unlike alliteration, the sounds are created within a word or at the end of a word, not the beginning. For example, slither and slather. The th or th sound is created in the middle of the word. This concludes your crash course in poetic devices found within poetry. Go pick up your favorite poem and see if you can identify any of these poetic elements within.